Hi friends, today I'm going to explain a widely used design pattern, the factory design pattern. It is very much used in .NET Core projects and other previous version of .NET like 4.8 and 4.5 and others. It's a creational design pattern. It is required in certain scenarios where you may want to hide the complexity of object creation, and it's required in situations where you may have like similar classes, like for example you have vehicle, and under vehicle you can have different types of automobiles like car, buses, auto rickshaws and others. And similarly you can have animal, under which you can have you can classify as dogs, cats and others. The example that I'll be using and the code walkthrough is on a DB connection. So you can relate that with real world application scenarios where you are creating the data access layer, and this may come handy, especially when you have similar kind of classes, concrete classes like SQL Server, Oracle, SQLite and others, and you may want the object creation complexity to be hidden from the client code. So like I explained, this is a creational design pattern. It hides the complexity of creation of concrete objects, and it promotes the open close principle of solid and loose coupling. In the next slide, I'll show the class diagram of the DB connection example. So we have a IDB interface which has a couple of methods. One initializes the connection, the other basically establishes it. A couple of concrete classes in this example. One is a SQL Server DB connection, the other the Oracle DB. The IDB interface serves as the decoupling barrier for these two concrete classes. And there we have the DB factory class, which does the object creation for us. The client calls the DB factory only. So I'll give a small walkthrough of the example that I have made. So I have the IDB interface, which has a couple of methods and the corresponding concrete classes for it, the SQL Server DB connection and the Oracle DB connection, and I have the client code here for me. So I am keeping the connection strings in small static variables. In real world application scenario, this will be taken from a config file like app config or a JSON file. So here based on the user selection, I am initializing the corresponding DB connection. In application scenarios, you will be finding it easier, because in the business logic layer you can directly call the corresponding factories to initiate the instantiation of the concrete objects like that. So I'll run this just to demo what I've done. So I'll choose the first option, and that will create a SQL Server DB connection for me. This is a very handy and very widely used design pattern, friends. I have uploaded this video along with the JIT link where you can go through this code. You can find similar examples on the internet, but I try to keep things simple.